Task Manager is lying to you. Not intentionally, it's just hilariously bad at telling you if something dangerous is running on your computer. Most people think if it's not in Task Manager, it's not running, which is adorable, but completely wrong. Malware developers know this, and they've been dunking on Task Manager for decades with techniques that make their code invisible to casual inspection. Here are 3 levels of evasion malware uses to hide from you, and sometimes even your antivirus, and more importantly, how to actually catch them when Task Manager fails you. Before we dive in, if you like the way I break this stuff down and you actually want to learn hacking the right way, CyberFlow Academy isn't just another learning platform. We provide focused, advanced courses in key areas like website hacking, bug bounties, OSINT, reverse engineering, and more. Material that goes far beyond what can be taught on YouTube. Otherwise, I'll get another strike. You also gain access to our active and ambitious Discord community, where you can reach me directly whenever you need guidance. And listen, I know that cybersecurity evolves fast, so I have made a commitment to constantly update the material and add new courses. We already have 500 plus members learning, landing bounties, and applying these skills in the real world. So what are you waiting for? Join through the link in the description and use code CyberFlow50 to get a whopping 50% off, so hurry up. Level 1 is name spoofing, and it's almost embarrassingly simple. Attacker takes their malicious exe, changes its name to something legitimate like svchost.exe or chrome.exe, slaps a convincing icon on it. Done. You look in Task Manager, see what looks like a normal system process, move on with your life while their malware mines crypto in the background. Here's the trick. Grab Resource Hacker. It's free. Open any legitimate program, extract its icon from the resources folder, save it, then open your malware in Resource Hacker and inject that icon. Boom. Your virus.exe now looks identical to the real program. Go to Task Manager, Details tab, find the suspicious process, right-click, open file location. If it's supposed to be chrome.exe, but it opens to some random folder instead of program files, congratulations, you found malware. Check file sizes. The real chrome.exe is like 2 megabytes. If yours is 47 kilobytes, something's wrong. Check digital signatures. Right-click the exe, Properties, Digital Signatures tab. Legitimate software from Microsoft or Google will be signed. Random malware won't be. This method is super basic, and any decent antivirus catches it immediately. Level 2 is process injection, and this is where it gets spicy. Instead of running their own process, attackers inject their malicious DLL into a legitimate process that's already running. Now when you look in Task Manager, you see a completely legitimate process. Open its file location and you get the real system file. Everything looks normal, but that process has been hijacked and is running malicious code alongside legitimate code. Here's how it works. The attacker's injector finds a target process, allocates memory inside that process using virtual alloc exe, writes their malicious DLL path into that memory using write process memory, then creates a remote thread in the victim process that calls load library to load their DLL. Now the legitimate process is running malware, and you can't see it in Task Manager. How do you catch this? You can't with Task Manager. You need Process Hacker or Process Explorer. They're Task Manager on steroids. Download Process Hacker. It's free and open source. Find your suspicious process, right-click Properties, go to Modules tab. Now you see every DLL loaded into that process. Legitimate Windows processes should only load DLLs from System32 or program files. Level 3 is process hollowing, and this is nightmare fuel. Attackers start to legitimate process like notepad.exe in a suspended state, so it's frozen before executing any instructions, unmaps all of its memory so it's now an empty shell, then maps their malicious code into that memory space, replacing everything, fixes all the hard-coded addresses and imports manually since Windows isn't handling the loading anymore, then resumes the process. Now notepad.exe is running, but it's actually executing malware. You look in Task Manager, see notepad.exe, open file location, it's the real notepad.exe in System32, open it, and it's legitimate Notepad, check loaded modules in Process Hacker, and they're all legitimate Windows DLLs. Everything looks perfect, but it's completely hollowed out and running attacker code. How do you catch this? You have to go deeper into the actual memory. In Process Hacker, find the suspicious process, right-click Properties, go to Memory tab. Look for memory regions with RWX permissions. This is a massive red flag because legitimate programs rarely need memory that's writable and executable simultaneously. That's almost exclusively used by malware or anti-cheat software that doesn't want to be reverse engineered. Double-click the suspicious memory region to view its contents. If you see strings like payload executed or connection established or references to your malware's original file name, you've confirmed it's hollowed. The reason Task Manager fails is it only shows you surface level information, process names, CPU usage, memory usage, but it doesn't show you what's actually loaded inside processes, or what memory permissions look like, or what DLLs are injected. For basic users, it's fine. For anyone dealing with malware, it's useless. Process Hacker and Process Explorer give you the visibility you actually need. Module lists, memory maps, thread information, handle details, everything you need to see what's really happening. If you want to go deeper on malware analysis, reverse engineering, and defensive security techniques taught properly with labs and community support, CyberFlow's Academy has everything. First link below. Now go download Process Hacker and see what's actually running on your computer. You might be surprised.
Still stuck in tutorial hell. We got full courses step by step as well. Web hacking labs, real attack flow. Not click here, actually break the code. Reverse engineering, crack moves inside. Gidra open, ego died. Bug bounty methods that actually scale. Find one bomb, that's grocery money mail. $29, that's it bro. Skill goes